Elena is a university student. She is 20 years old. She studies English, history, and technology. Most of the time, she feels confident. She likes learning and works hard in class. But today, she feels different. Today, something is wrong. Her teacher gave the class a new writing assignment. Each student must write a report. The topic is technology and education. The report must be 1,000 words, and it must be finished by tomorrow. Elena sits at her desk. Her laptop is open. The screen is white. It is empty. Her hands are on the keyboard, but she cannot type. No words come. Her mind feels blocked. She has no ideas. She feels stuck. She looks at the clock. It is 10 o'clock at night. She feels tired and a little scared. She knows the deadline is close. She knows she needs to start, but she does not know how. She opens her phone. She checks her messages. Her best friend is busy. Her classmates are not online. No one can help her. She feels alone. She takes a deep breath. Her eyes look at the screen again. Then she sees something on her phone. It is an app. The name is ChatGPT. She has used it before to ask small questions. But now, a new idea enters her mind. What if this app can help with the report? She opens the app. She types, "Write a report about technology and education. 1,000 words. Make it sound smart." She waits. After just a few seconds, the answer appears. It is long. It is clear. The grammar is perfect. The words sound smart. Elena reads it. She does not understand every word, but it looks amazing. She copies the text. She pastes it into her document. She adds her name. She adds the date. She smiles. It feels like magic. The report is done. But then a small voice inside her says, "Is this okay? Is this cheating?" She shakes her head and says, "No, it's just a tool, like a calculator, like spell check. Everyone uses it, even teachers." She closes her laptop. She says, "I'm ready for tomorrow." But her heart feels heavy. Something does not feel right. That night, Elena cannot sleep. She turns in her bed. She thinks about the report. She thinks about her voice. Then she remembers something. 1 year ago, her English teacher gave the class an exercise. The students had to read a short story out loud and record it on their phones. Elena tried. She read slowly and pressed record. Then she listened. But when she heard her voice, she felt embarrassed. She said, "I sound strange. My English is not good." She deleted the recording. She never tried again. Now, in the dark, she remembers that moment. She wonders why she was afraid. Why did her voice sound so wrong to her? Why did she feel small? She asks herself, what if I try again? What if I use my own voice this time? Elena does not know it yet, but something big is about to change. She made a fast choice because she felt lost. But the next day, something unexpected will happen, and that moment will help her grow. She will learn that her voice matters. She will learn that making mistakes is okay. She will learn that simple English is powerful. And maybe, just maybe, she will learn how to use her voice with courage. Not to be perfect, but to be real. The next morning, Elena walks into her classroom. She feels nervous. Her hands are cold. Her stomach feels tight. She's thinking about the report. She printed it. It looks nice. But deep in her heart, she is not proud of it. She knows she did not write it herself. She gives the paper to her professor. He smiles and says, Thank you, Elena. She nods and goes to her seat. The class starts. The professor talks about a new lesson, but Elena cannot focus. She keeps thinking, will he know? Will he ask me? After a few minutes, the professor picks up her paper. He reads the first paragraph. Then he stops. He looks at her. His eyes are serious. Elena, he says, did you write this? Elena's heart starts to beat faster. She wants to speak, but no words come. She does not know what to say. Is this the moment when she will get in trouble? After class, the professor says, can you stay for a moment? She nods. Other students leave. The room becomes quiet. He sits at his desk and holds her paper. He is not angry. He does not yell. He just looks at her and speaks calmly. This report is very well written, he says. But it does not sound like you. Elena feels her hands shake. She stays quiet. He asks again, did you use a tool to write this? Did you use AI? Elena looks down. Then she says very softly, yes, I used ChatGPT. The professor nods. He takes a deep breath. Then he asks, why did you use it? Elena says, I didn't know what to write. I felt lost. I was tired and scared. I just wanted to finish it on time. The professor listens. He is kind. He does not judge her. He says, I understand. Many students feel this way, but this is not the best way to learn. This is not your voice. Elena feels sad. She feels small. She feels ashamed. Then he says something unexpected. You are not in trouble, Elena. I won't give you a bad grade, but I want you to try again. She looks at him, confused. He continues, write the report again. This time, use your own words. I want to hear you. I want to know what you think. Elena leaves the room slowly. Her heart is heavy. She feels many emotions, fear, shame, but also a little bit of hope. That night, she opens her laptop again. She stares at the screen. It is empty, just like before. She wants to open ChatGPT again. She wants to finish fast. But she remembers her professor's words. I want to hear you. She thinks about what to do. Then she has an idea. She goes online and finds a short English story. She finds one with audio. She listens to the first sentence. Then she repeats it out loud. She listens again. She repeats again. This is called shadowing. She never tried it before. At first, she feels strange. Her voice sounds small and weak. She feels nervous and embarrassed. But no one is watching, so she keeps going. She repeats 5 sentences. Then she records her voice and listens. It is not perfect, but it is real. It is her. She writes in her notebook. Today I spoke English. It was not easy, but it was my voice. The next night, she tries again. She listens to 10 sentences. She repeats. She records. She listens. Her voice becomes a little stronger. Her heart becomes a little braver. Each time she practices, she feels more comfortable. The fear starts to go away. She makes mistakes, but she learns from them. She writes a new report. This time, the words are simple, but they are her own ideas. They are her truth. Elena learns something important. Shadowing is not only for pronunciation. It helps her believe in herself. It helps her feel proud of her voice. It helps her speak with more courage. This time, she is not just writing a report. She is learning to trust her own voice. The next day, Elena walks to her class with a new report in her bag. This time, she feels different. She is still a little nervous, but she also feels proud. She knows this paper is not perfect. The grammar is not perfect. The words are simple, but every word is her own. Every idea comes from her mind. Every sentence comes from her voice. After class, the professor calls her name. Elena, he says. She walks to his desk slowly. He holds the paper in his hand. He looks at her and smiles. I read this, he says. Elena stays quiet. She does not know what he will say next. This one sounds like you, he continues. There are mistakes, yes, but I can hear your thinking. I can hear your voice. Elena feels something warm in her chest. She did not expect this. She thought he might say it was too simple. She thought he might say it was not enough. But then, the professor says something that surprises her. The part about online school and falling asleep, it made me laugh. Elena smiles. That really happened, she says. Good, the professor replies. That's what writing is. It's not about being perfect. It's about being real. It's about sharing your own stories. He places the paper on the desk. Elena sees a red mark at the top. It says B+, not an A, but not a fail. She blinks. Her heart feels full. On the way home, she thinks about what just happened. She did something hard. She did not hide. She did not copy. She used her real voice. And someone heard it. Someone saw her effort. That night, she writes in her notebook again. Today, I got a B+, but I also got something more. I got my voice back. From that day forward, Elena makes a new habit. Every morning, she practices shadowing, just 10 minutes a day. She picks a short story in English. She listens to it. She repeats the words out loud. She records her voice. She listens again. She hears her own progress. Some days she makes mistakes. Some days her voice shakes. Some days she feels shy. But she keeps going. She learns that fluency is not about big words. It is not about long sentences. It is not about sounding smart. It is about being honest. It is about being brave. Shadowing helps her in more ways than she thought. It helps her speak more clearly. It helps her understand English better. It helps her trust herself. It helps her believe that her voice matters. And you, the one reading this story, maybe you feel the same. Maybe you are learning English too. Maybe you feel scared to speak. Maybe you don't like your accent. Maybe you think your English is not good enough. But remember Elena. She was afraid too. She made mistakes. She felt lost. But she did not give up. She started small. She used her voice, even when it felt weak. And step by step, she grew stronger. You can do the same. You do not need to be perfect. You do not need to sound like a native speaker. You do not need big words. You just need to speak. You need to try. You need to believe in your own voice. Start with one simple story. Listen to it. Repeat the sentences. Record yourself. Listen again. Practice a little every day. Even 5 minutes is enough. Every time you speak, you get better. Every time you try, you become braver. And every time you use your voice, you learn something new. Elena's story is not just about a school report. It is about learning to be real. It is about learning to be strong. It is about finding your voice in a world that sometimes tells you to be quiet. But you don't have to be quiet. Your voice is important. Your story matters. So speak, practice, make mistakes, and grow. That is the real way to learn English. That is the real meaning of fluency, and that is your real victory. Elena's story is not just about a school paper. It is a story about courage, honesty, and finding your real voice. In the beginning, Elena was afraid. She did not believe in herself. She felt lost. And like many people, she wanted a fast solution. She used AI to write her paper. It was easy, but it didn't feel right. It didn't sound like her. And deep down, she knew it. But something special happened. Her teacher gave her a second chance. He didn't shout. He didn't punish. He simply said, I want to hear you. That small sentence changed everything. For the first time, Elena stopped hiding. She started writing again. Not perfectly, not quickly, but honestly. More than that, she discovered a new way to learn: shadowing, speaking out loud, repeating real English, listening to her own voice. At first, it was uncomfortable, but then it became powerful. It helped her grow. Day by day, she learned to trust herself. Her words got stronger. Her confidence grew. She did not need fancy grammar or big words. She just needed to be real. By the end, Elena did not get an A, but she got something more important: a B+ that was 100% hers. It was honest. It was personal. And most of all, it was her voice on the page. So what can we learn from Elena's story? We learn that your voice matters, even if it is small, even if it is not perfect. The most important thing is to try again and again. Fluency is not a gift. It is a habit. You build it by speaking every day, by shadowing, by making mistakes and not giving up, and by being kind to yourself. If you are learning English now, remember this: you don't have to be fast. You don't have to be perfect. You just have to keep going. Just like Elena. Congratulations. You have just listened to and understood a full story in English. That means you are improving your listening and comprehension skills. You should feel proud of yourself. Now, here's a fun question to test your memory and help you interact. What grade did Elena get on her second paper? A, A+, B, B+. Type your answer in the comments, A or B. Let's see how many of you remember. If this story helped you, please subscribe to the channel. It gives us motivation to keep creating more free content for English learners like you. And if you feel kind, please consider donating to support this project. The early days are hard, and we do this for free to help you learn English in a real, honest, and inspiring way. Thank you for learning with us. And remember, your voice matters. Always.